Back in bold, baby. Tommy, Bill Gates said your ape digital photos are worthless. Bitcoin is under 20,000. Cryptocurrency is dead. Everything is going to hell. What is going on?
Yeah, it's that time again, isn't it? Another bear market. It's all right. I think a bull is probably not ahead of us in the near future, but that's how my market works. We expected this. We're still building for the future, and that's what matters, right?
Yeah, the only thing that is a little sketchy is crypto really hasn't been around in any sort of real recession, right? Because in 2008, 2009, there was no crypto. So this will be like a big test for the whole space is, if the world recession happens, like everyone is saying it's going to happen, then, do people have the money to play with internet coins and whatnot? So it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of weird things are going to happen, but stay the course. I know you're like Logan Paul. He just came out, probably the worst time to come out with MT Project, but his was super freaking cool. 99 originals. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've looked into it a little bit. I don't really follow Logan Paul that much, but I hope he's doing it the right way. It seemed like a cool project, and it seems like he knows what he's doing, but at the same time, a lot of that shit they put out is cash grabs and whatnot. But yeah, it's a tough time no matter what. I think that this market is killing a lot of projects, killing a lot of companies. Same way when the internet came about, however many years ago that was, that it's a new technology that a lot of people have no fucking clue about. So the recession started pretty much, right? We're gonna probably get a little bit worse here, and crypto can take a hit. But I think if you stay the course, I think if you are still seeing the long term impact that it can have, then you're gonna be just fine. Obviously you gotta treat you and your family right. It's definitely a tough time. I'm not oblivious to that. For the people that got hit hard, it sucks. I definitely got hit hard in some spots, but I knew my limit. I knew where I could be safe and where I could be comfortable, and that's how you got to play it. We could hit this recession for 6 months, we could hit it for 2 years, but what happens when it's over? This could completely take over the world after that. Like, think about just go to Africa for a second. Think about all of the opportunities in Africa that crypto can bring about. Things about us interacting from the United States. We can send crypto around the world, without uh, any fees, without waiting a couple of days for it to transfer. I think that's what could come quickly after the recession is realizing that you know make it a world economy instead of everyone's individual economy falling flat. Figure out a world way to interact with everybody, and figure out a way for us to not have these recessions continue to happen. So lots of opportunity, but yeah, it's a shitty time to get in the game for sure. But if you're already in it, you're either staying for the long run. What's ahead for the future, and that's where I'm at. That's where we're at with Metaverse Hospitality. We're still launching our project in the next 2 weeks. We're still going to NFT NYC, sponsoring it, have a couple speaks to go to, and we're still going all out. We can't just give up. That's not what this world is about. We knew it was a long-term plan, and we're sticking to it.
Beautiful. Yeah, a lot of points here. A super cool thing I read and heard about is when the Ukraine thing kicked off. Dudes were, shoving their whole life up their ass in a USB with all the crypto, right? And they could just move across the border like nobody's business. And me personally, I know what it's like. All these fees, like when you're traveling and going to different countries, and how much easier it would be. Like me and you were doing the thing and just sending it that way, and no government, no bank can tell me what to do, where the money goes. Like that to me is like unreal value out the gate. So also the
Exactly.
Logan
I
Paul.
mean, I was just say, speaking on that Ukrainian uh, issues and everything they're going on over there, they have artists that I'm on NFT Twitter and whatnot, and there's people all over the world there, of course. But we definitely supported, Ukraine and everything that went on there, especially a few months ago, because we had, Twitter friends, people that we knew that literally could not access their bank accounts. All their life savings were frozen, were gone. But they had their crypto, they could pay with things in crypto. The government didn't seize that. That literally got, I know, at least 5 people out of the country. Crypto, you could say saved their life, really.
Yeah, it's that is really neat. I was reading something about luxury watches. So why they became really popular or valued so high is because that used to be the way you could bring, no. So Tommy, that's why I read too, previously some of these high end luxury watches were the only way to move a lot of money over borders, right? Because if you have a big watch on your wrist, the flight attendant might not know the customs, it's just a watch, and then you can sell that watch, for $250,000 in that new country. But now with this crypto, it don't matter. Like we talked about the guy in Ukraine who had the USB and he hit it across the border. His whole life savings was safe. It's nuts.
Yeah, exactly. You can bring it wherever you want to, even if you have, a ledger, a cold wallet, otherwise it's literally just online, a little, security wise, you got to be careful, of course, with passwords and your phrases and whatnot, but it's easy to just store it online, and as long as you have the right safety precautions in place, you shouldn't, worry about it being stolen, anything like that. And then business opportunities, like I think it was Yuga Labs, Board Ape Yacht Club, when they first came out. They had a contractor in Canada that they were literally having trouble paying. The banks wouldn't connect properly. They wouldn't accept transfers, and then they said, "Screw it, let's just send them crypto." And it took 2 seconds, like literally 2 seconds to just get their address, send it to the address, let the transaction go, and that's it. You don't have to get approval from banks on both ends. You don't have to make sure that. Everything's signed beforehand. You send it. Obviously, you got to double check who you're sending it to and whatnot, but send it online and it goes through, and that's it. Simple, very simple.
Hey, also to go back on that Logan Paul thing. So the first one he came out with was total bad. It was about like these animals and like a panda, and you could get like giraffe legs, and they were stock photos. It was just like a terrible project, and he was hyping it up so much. But this 99 Originals thing, he traveled the world and he took photos on a Polaroid, and they made those 99 Polaroid photos NFTs. There's like a story behind each one, but then obviously a lot of them have the utility, right? And one of them that sold for $300,000, the utility was that they get to come on his podcast, Impulsive. So anyone who owns this, they get to go on, a big platform, gets 1 million views for each podcast. They do clips about it. And that was, I thought, really neat. Like he's leveraging something he already built, through these NFTs and then selling it. And I just think like that's what a lot of the general public doesn't understand is like we talk about it all the time, the utility aspect, how much you've gotten from the Bored Ape Yacht community and those parties and, the networking and the events you go to. But if these NFTs, especially now when you can't go in the metaverse with them, really can just provide this real world, utility like, the Metaverse Hospitality, which we're about to get into.
Yeah, exactly. Utility is key. If you're not giving back to your holders, then it's kind of looked at as a scam, right? So, yeah, and a few things, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, I guess what people view them as is scammers, but if because they're influencers, you have a lot of hate because they are marketing geniuses, you could say, and as long as they're doing it right, as long as they're giving utility behind it for these people that pay all this money. If he never follows up and never lets this guy in the podcast, that's jail time technically. So yeah, as long as these guys, these celebrities, these influencers know what they're doing, there's a huge opportunity. Think about any celebrity in the world where they could probably sell an NFT just for a phone call with them. Similar to like Cameo. The Cameo actually came out with a Cameo Pass NFT as well, to kind of to connect creators to their fans. Really, that's just another way of showing value to your fans is utility through NFTs.
Yeah, I know another guy that I listen to a lot, kind of in the business nomad sphere, and he released a handful of NFTs, and it was like a comic book theme. It was pretty cool, but a lot of the utility was, okay, if you have this, you own all of my products, right? And you can still sell it to someone else, and there's like a time span on it, like 3 years. And then a couple other ones were like, yeah, you can fly out. I'll fly you out to Dubai and come on a yacht with me, and him and his wife or whatever. And he just had a bunch of like a little cool NFT, like free coaching sessions and one-on-one for like a year to get your location independent business off the ground. But little things like that, it's super cool because also each time they sell them to other people, right? The original person gets a cut.
Yeah, you can literally set your royalty on it. Whoever created the contract gets to set the royalty. Say you have something that's going to cost a lot of money every time it transfers. Maybe set the royalties a little bit high. Maybe it's just a piece of art that doesn't have any utility to it. That's something that artists can jump into NFTs where they're just putting out art. But that's something where you should probably put the royalty a little bit lower. Make sure the original artist, gets paid every time it resells. But yeah, there's opportunities to keep everything moving. Keep it a 100-year project or a lifetime project versus a couple uses.
I forgot. I saw something on music in the NFTs, and some guy needed like 1 million streams to make what he made off like 100 NFTs he sold. Something. I mean, is it the music industry is coming into this? No.
Big time, yeah. Steve Aoki, I think, just came out with an article or maybe just an interview that talked about how he made more with NFTs than he has in his lifetime, playing shows. He's a huge NFT artist. There's a little bit joke that, Aoki always buys top and whatnot, but he's engulfed in the Web3 industry. Like, it's huge for the music industry. It's huge for DJs. Timberland has his own company within Web3. Snoop Dogg has his own company within Web3. They're bringing up entire labels to move to Web3, to where every artist signed under them is going to be paid through NFTs. You can literally, it's called Solidity is the coding term for Ethereum, and you can program Solidity to where you pay out, everyone from the guy who created the lyrics to the guy who was on the beats to the guy who was rapping. Everyone can be paid out in their own percentages through the contract, and however much it resells, it just funnels in those percentages every time. It's a very, very simple process of paying everyone properly, really.
The tech. You're in it for the tech. That's like a buzzword for all the crypto people, like that are in it for the tech, and there is a lot behind it. Now, what's all going on now? You have a huge couple of weeks coming up here. Because last time on the episode we said that the hotels are completed, but now the minting is going to happen. I know you said you put me on some list, and I can mint for just from gas fees now. Tell me what is all coming down the pipeline these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we went in through all the utility behind that last episode and a little bit about how it's going to work, but just to hit on everything again, coming up on the 28th. So it's a Tuesday, June 28th is our free mint. It's actually private. It's all, addresses collected by myself and our team that have been supporters since the beginning. So it's all about giving back to the community. A lot of people that I've been in this space with from the beginning, pretty much anybody that's supported in any type of way, you get a free mint. You actually get 3 NFTs for free. At the end of this episode, I'll give a little giveaway for the bold followers and whatnot. But yeah, a big thing about Web3 is giving back to the community and building with the community. So yeah, that's how we're starting off the mint, free mint to, it's going to be about 300 people, about 900 NFTs for free. Jumping into Wednesday, the 29th is our allow list. So premint.xyz/Metaverse Hospitality is where you can sign up for our list. We actually have almost 5,000 people signed up. We put this out about a week ago, and it slowed down a little bit, but we were getting like 1,000. So it's botted. Unfortunately, it's hard to keep the bots out. So we were getting like 1,500 people signing up a day for the first 5 days or so. about 1,000 of them are bots. So I'm spending hours every day deleting these bots, making sure we have a smooth mint process. But still, even after deleting everyone, we're almost at 5,000 people signed up. Hopefully, it is going to go up. It's capped at a little under 7,000. 6,942 actually is the number we have for our allow list. And if that sells out completely, then we don't even go into the public the next day. If it doesn't sell out, we'll open it up to everybody on Thursday, the 30th. And how it works is you pretty much connect to your MetaMask wallet to our website and you mint. It's going to be 0.077. And then your NFT shows up in your wallet. We're going to reveal the NFT on the 1st, July 1st, which is a Friday. And that's kind of what's fun about NFTs. There's a little bit of gambling to it, right? So 2 different tiers. We have a resident tier and a guest tier. If you mint a resident, you're going to be, treated like royalty. Guests will be treated like VIPs as well. But if you have a resident NFT, you're going to hear from me right off the bat. First off, have that connection to, the founder of this project. I think is a cool little perk to where make sure I have, all of your needs in place. Make sure we're hitting all of the utility we offered. Make sure you have a gym with nearby you that we set you up at and you're ready to go. And then we start designing your room. So that's a big part of utility off the bat is if you mint in a resident NFT, you get to design your room in the hotel you minted from and build it out with us. Another thing about going back to the community is we want to have the community build these hotels with us. We finished off this first Genesis collection with 3 hotels, but I have 9 more properties ready to be built on. They're sitting in the Metaverse wallet. You can go check it out. We have property from everything from Bioland to the Bored Ape Yacht Club other side to Network. There's a few lands that we can start on right away. There's a few that they aren't quite ready to be built on yet, but that's something that we want the community to be involved with. They're going to, design everything from how it looks to what it offers. Is it a party vibe? Is it more business oriented? We're going to get input from everybody on it and start building out our collection even further from here on out.
Wonderful. Now you're going to that NYC NFT thing, right? That you're going to go talk there for a while. And what else?
So the week before our mint, what I just went into. So actually tomorrow I leave for New York City for NFT NYC, same week as Ape Fest as well. So the Bored Ape Yacht Club is putting on a week-long event in New York City. And NFT NYC is more of a conference. We're going to actually sponsor it as Metaverse Hospitality. So we're going to have a booth set up Wednesday and Thursday. And I'm going to be speaking at a couple different events. The Indie Leadership Council, which is a hospitality leadership group, is throwing an event at the With Hotel in Brooklyn, Tuesday at 4 o'clock. I'll be speaking with a few different hospitality leaders at that hotel. And then through NFT NYC, I have a talk on Thursday. Still waiting to hear back the time on that. But Thursday, I will be talking it's in Times Square, one of the ballrooms at the Marriott Marquis, I believe. But I know for sure you'll be able to find our booth at the Marriott Marquis on the 9th floor. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy week, but we have a lot of fun packed into it. If you're listening to this and you'll be there, find us at the booth, mention Bold Perceptions. We'll have a little gifts for you. Maybe get you on that free mint if we have enough room. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy week. A lot of opportunities to get people on, our free mint list, on our pre-mint list. Make sure you have an opportunity to mint. We're already at almost 5,000 signups. So this next week through NFT NYC is going to be, I think we're going to get just about the same amounts. It's going to be a busy week, and it's going to prep us, right before mint in the right way.
Is this going to be a live stream, these events?
I don't believe so. I'll have to look into that, but I don't think so.
How is the Ape sediment? So you have this big Ape Fest going on with everything that's happened last couple of weeks. Is there still a lot of momentum going into it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's excited. I don't think that anyone's really canceling their trips just because, everything's down a little bit. It sucks, especially if you went all in on, ETH or a few other ones that went down a little bit more. It definitely sucks, but I think everyone's super excited. The everyone performing throughout it has not been announced yet. So there's still some surprises ahead of us. But I have, my family behind me, three apes. So I got three different nights, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. It is a 4-night event. If you have an ape, you pretty much got one night secured. And then for the rest, you're pretty much on a wait list. So they're taking care of their, holders. I think it was tough to get everyone every night. Obviously, impossible. This is why they did it this way. But I'm happy with the way it worked out because there's so many other events going on. There's so much to do while we're there. I would like to be at Ape Fest every night, but the one night I didn't get it, Wednesday night, is it's called Fly Fish Event. It's the restaurant backed by Gary Vee that is backed by NFTs as well. So many different events going on the entire week that, so many network opportunities, lots of time to meet, people that you may know on Twitter and within the NFT community. That's first time meeting face to face. That's what this week's all about, really.
Well, you're going to be able to see who's real and who's not now. When the hype has kind of died down, you're going to see who's actually in it for the tech, who's in it for the future. So that'll be really nice to meet those kind of people. Maybe that Art Basel thing you went to, maybe there's a lot of hype beast people that are just kind of following the train. And now that the train is going downhill, we'll see who's still on it.
Oh, for sure. And that's kind of how NFT Twitter is now as well. The people that are still around are the ones that are here for the long term. It's gotten a lot quieter. It has. It's gotten way, way quieter than it was even just a week ago, because the money's not there anymore for some people, and that's motivation completely for some people, and that's why they're gone at the moment. But a lot of people are here for 5 years down the road, and we're always going to be here. And yeah, that's exactly the type of people we'll see in New York City next week.
Who's all going with you? Everyone we had on the podcast, are they going?
Yeah, the entire team. If you go back a few episodes, you see everyone who's a part of the team. Lise will be there, Jadasola will be there, Morgan will be there, and Jello, our meta chef. So the full team except for Nee, unfortunately. Nee is stuck in Lagos at the moment, but maybe in a pinch down the future, we'll get him over here.
Fun. Awesome, Tommy. And then we're going to try to do a live event from NFT week, right? When you're in the booth?
Yeah, we're going to try to give you the feel of what's going on that week, show you what the booth set up. We got a sweet little poster board. We got some awesome t-shirts to give out. We even have some NFT replicas, our rings to give out. So if you're special enough to get a ring, you automatically get a free mint. There's a little alpha for you. So if you do see me in the city, ask for a ring. You might, if I have one on me, you'll get one. They're going to run out quick. But also, actually, since we're on it, just for anybody listening to this that does want a free mint spot, reach out to me. If I have availability, and if you reach out before the 28th, if you hear this before the 28th and you want a free mint spot, you want to support, just tell me you've listened to the Bold podcast and I got you. We got at least 5 spots we can give away. I think that hopefully we get a few listeners that maybe it's not your thing. Crypto isn't your thing. We'll get a MetaMask wallet. This one's free. This one's on us. We're going to hook it up for you. Take a foot in while it's cheap as well. This is the time to look into truly investing in this ecosystem. And if it is your first time, send me your wallet and I'll hook it up. And maybe if I don't have a free mint spot left, then I'll give you one of my NFTs. This is the time where we really need to educate. We really need to get newcomers in. So if you're listening and you want a spot, you want an NFT, just reach out to me. Twitter, Instagram, I'm responsive. If you're in New York City, let's meet up and I'll get you some merch and get you a free NFT.
Beautiful. And hey, that ring, isn't that, what was the idea behind it? Because in your hotel, you're going to wear rings in the metaverse, right?
Yeah. So the wearables are fashion is a big thing in the metaverse as well. Everything from a sweet jacket to a hat to a ring is going to be a thing in the metaverse. So all of our it's another utility aspect as well. So everyone who owns an NFT, I'm not going to give a timeline on this because we're still working on the process of getting these wearables ready for both sandbox NFT worlds and everything else we're building on. But you're going to get a ring, and it's going to give you access to our hotels and some secret areas within those hotels. So your avatar within the metaverse will be able to, show off their Metaverse Hospitality ring. And that's the same thing we have in real life. We're not going to be able to give all 7,000 holders a real life ring as well, but we got quite a few ready to go in New York City this next week. And then all residents will get their rings as well when the time comes.
I'm excited. I want to get a residency if I do the.
Hey, and if you don't mint,
yeah, if you mint it, right? Isn't it's just random, right? I could maybe get it.
Completely random. Yeah. So if you mint a residence, you're in good shape. The luck is on side. But you can also go on the secondary market and buy one.
Yeah.
Once you mint, you can check out the secondary market. OpenSea looks rare. It's not going to be. So there's pretty much going to be a placeholder. As soon as you mint, because it's not revealed yet, there's going to be a placeholder picture. And then on Friday the 1st, you literally refresh your metadata, and it shows the new NFT. That's when you get to see if you get a resident or you get a guest in which hotel.
Yeah, I'm excited. So after this experience, if it goes good, I think I'm going to be more into this than actually getting the NFT in there and doing the whole process. I think that's what kind of got you addicted. You told me, Tommy, right? Like a year ago, it became a cool
for
game.
Sure. And it was fun. It brought back the collecting days of baseball cards and Pokemon cards. And it's nostalgic, first off, but it's fun. It's a little bit of gambling, and like I said as well. So if luck is on your side, I don't care if people sell it. That's part of the game. Make a little bit of money.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to this live stream at the show. I think it'll be really cool. And good luck this week. Kill it at the event.
Sure. Thank you.
Mr. Metaverse Hospitality. Very exciting. I mean, this whole process, we've been going through it past almost 8 months on this podcast. 6 months.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how many episodes we've got in now, and if you've been listening to this since the beginning, if you don't have a wallet set up yet, now's the time to get it set up. You get a free NFT. You just got to reach out to me and let's get it going.
Fantastic. All right, we'll see you next time, Tommy, and everyone else.